Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of the A-Team Podcast. This is my man Mixmaster Mike over here, aka Michael Piercy, aka the Giants fan. And I we starting already. And I am Casey once again, the Clippers and the only Jets fan maybe on the East Coast. And we're just gonna jump right into it. This is our NFL preview. We might give you like a little bonus. Might give you a little bonus Ben Simmons. Depending on how we're feeling. So that's coming up. But definitely, this is definitely our NFL preview segment, and we're definitely going to go over all the teams. We're going to go over each division, each conference, and see what we like and don't like, predictions, and everything. So just sit back, relax, and we're about to just really jump into it. But first, we're going to do a quick check-in. What's going on, Mike?
I'm good. Not much. Just relaxing.
Mm-hmm. And I'm doing good too.
Tomorrow, season start.
Yes, sir.
Best time of year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's time. It's time for my Jets to show their dominance. Even though we're probably going to end up finishing, we probably might not win any more than 5 games. So I'm just going to be honest with you, Jets fans out there. But yeah, I'm definitely ready for the season to start. Especially with the crowds in there, so that will actually dictate how well the teams are going, and actually I think it's better for the players. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So you want to jump into the AFC or NFC first? AFC. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. We're here. We're going to jump into the AFC conference, which is the best conference. And this is going to be my pretty much my conference predictions and preview. So we're first going to go with the AFC East, and the reason the AFC East is pretty much going to finish first. I got Buffalo, and I'm just going to do this in the prediction of order they're going to be finishing. I have Buffalo, New England, Miami, and my Jets. First of all, Buffalo, for my prediction, they're probably going to end up winning the division. They're going to get the division title. My prediction for them in wins is going to be pretty much like 13-4. Also, I mean, I have pretty much, 3 words. I mean, now, because, the Bills, they're now like, they're the hunted team right now. Like, no longer can sneak up on people. And, I mean, this is like their last division title since like 1995, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, and they also got Emmanuel Sanders, which is actually a good addition. And it's already one of the best receiving corps in the NFL. So, with that being said, we're going to go off to, let's see here. After that, we got New England. My prediction for them would be they're going to go 9-8 and in a wild card spot. Nah, because you know why? Because they're probably be good for the first couple games, and then they're gonna falter. Then they're gonna hit a bump somewhere. Then we got Miami. With my prediction for them, they're gonna go. Let's see, 8-9, and they're gonna miss the playoffs. Even though they won like 10 games last year, if I remember correctly. But I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. Yeah, they're gonna miss. They're just gonna miss the playoffs because of probably like the Jets or something like that. And for my Jets, my prediction for them is going to be that they're going to be 5-12, and since we have like a new coach, new regime, new everything with the Jets, like that's a step in the right direction, but we still have to take those baby steps. Yeah, man. Now with the AFC West, of course you got Kansas City, so I got Kansas City, Los Angeles Rams, the Broncos, and the Raiders. Raiders going to win the division title. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I apologize. Which one was I doing here? I think I might have been. Somebody was going to wild card out there. Chargers. That's what. You know what? I put the Chargers. I apologize. Los Angeles Chargers. I apologize. I used to, because I'm like, I'm still thinking they're in San Diego. My bad. Yeah. With your prediction, 10-7, securing a wild card. Yeah, they're still one of the dopest offensive teams out there, besides like the Broncos. Then we have the Broncos. They're going to go 9-8. They might make a wild card only if they can just make some upsets only if they can do some upsets with Kansas City. So I think it's going to be them two pretty much fighting it out in that division. And of course, we got the Las Vegas Raiders. They're going to go 8-9 and back to the draft. Then we got the AFC North, and I have Cleveland, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. And let's see, Cleveland, they're going to go 13-4. I think they're going to go 13-4 because they're not really playing anybody, and they're going to win the division. Also with B-More, they're going to go 11-6, and they're going to make the playoffs. And then I think they might maybe get to the second round this time. Maybe do a little something. We got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they're going to go, like everybody says Pittsburgh's going to make the playoffs, but I don't think so. I think they're going to go talk to me. Go ahead.
Everybody's sleeping on Pittsburgh.
I don't know what it is about. I mean, Pittsburgh, they might find a way to do it, but for me,
Like Mike Tomlin is a great coach.
and he's on the hot seat too.
You think so?
Yeah, they said he's on the hot seat. They said we're tired of these first round exits and stuff like that. They said this is not what Pittsburgh football is all about.
That's true, but he takes what you give him, and he makes Thanksgiving dinner out of it.
Oh,
You know,
that's a real kick ass line you just said right there, brother. Whoa. But I think they're going to fall off in the second half. They're going to come out strong because this. I mean, do you think it's going to be Big Ben's final hurrah? Okay.
I think it should. There ain't enough to prove. We got 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, he should go out. I think he should go out like in the blaze of glory, at least. But I still think they're going to fall off in the second half somewhere. They're just going to that's it. AFC South, and this is going to be this might quiet as kept. This might be like the sleeper division because you got Indianapolis, Tennessee, Jacksonville, and Houston. It's really going to be Indianapolis and Tennessee. They're going to be fighting that out, from the gate.
I like Tennessee.
You like Tennessee to win the division? I got Indy. Shout out to my brother. He's actually a diehard Colts fan. Black Psychologist Podcast, Dr. Kyle Osborne.
I actually got Tennessee as my secret Super Bowl pick.
Ooh.
I think.
Should I write that down?
Don't quote me on that.
No, I will quote you on that. Like, should I write? That might be. I might have to go to the casino on this one. Man, I might have to go to the casino on this one. So let me see. We got Indy, but I think with Indianapolis and Tennessee.
I like Tennessee.
Yeah, I got them going 10-7 though.
They got the most underrated receiving core in the league.
They do.
And they got Julio.
Yeah.
And they got Derrick Henry.
Oh Henry.
I mean, he was like no show in the playoffs last year, but
That's true.
still,
That's true.
he got something to prove.
I mean, and then also keep in mind, like the Tennessee Titans also have like one of the dopest quarterbacks out there.
Yeah.
Like quietly, Ryan Tannehill is just he's just putting seasons together, yo. And you know what I love about Ryan Tannehill? Like they respect him. Like whatever Ryan Hill like says, like they're gonna go with it. And you were talking about the receiving core. Let's see here. And Derrick Henry, I see another 1,500 yard season. I see another 15-yard season, 100-yard season from him. Then you have like A.J. Brown. You got Des Fitzpatrick. Those will be his primary targets. I think they're just going to just make up. To be honest with you, they're probably just going to make up for what they did last year in the playoffs. And who did they lose to? I think they only scored like 13 points or something like that.
Was it Seattle?
I think it's the Ravens. They lost.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
the Ravens.
They lost to the Ravens in the playoffs. And he only scored like 13 points. So so that's actually pretty much my prediction. I can just make a quick run through the teams real fast. I'm just gonna just glance. We're just gonna just glance over them. First of all, like I said, with the with the AFC East, the Bills, they're hunted. The Bills also got Emmanuel Sanders. They still have Stephon Diggs. They still have one of the best receiving cores out there. The Miami Dolphins. Now it's all about Tua, Tagovailoa, and
Speaking of Alabama quarterback, did you
Talk
see
to
the
me.
young boy on Saturday?
Which
for
one?
Alabama?
I didn't check out the Alabama game. What happened with
I
that?
forgot, he was like he was the truth. Like in Alabama got another great quarterback.
Like Jalen Hurts, great quarterback, better than Jalen Hurts. Watch yourself. See, I'm not doing the NFC, y'all. So, so now it's all about Tua now. You know what I mean? Because the Fitzmagic era is over. So, and Devontae Parker, he's back to impress again at the wide receiver. For the Patriots, I kind of hope the Patriots finish last this year just because of what they did to Cam Newton. Shout out to Cam Newton.
Yeah, they wasn't there to move.
That's not cool. I mean, if you wanted to put Mac Jones, if you want Mac Jones as your quarterback, just say it. Like, we want Mac Jones to be your quarterback. We want you to be number 2. Just say that. Don't just cut me. You know. But I don't think he was a good fit anyway for the Patriots. I mean, because Cam's not like a system quarterback. Like, Cam is the system. So with people like that, no. But I see, like, I remember we were talking off the mic. I see like a good destination for him is probably Houston. What was the other one?
Washington.
Washington, right?
Looking at this, no, not LA.
Or
Detroit.
you mean Vegas or?
Detroit
Oh, okay.
Lions, because
You don't like Matt Stafford over there?
he got traded. He plays for LA now. He's in LA.
So who's taking the snaps in them?
Who was the Rams' old quarterback?
Wow, that's a what's the Gibbert, was it?
No, the one that was starting last year. Crazy how I'm forgetting this.
That's a good question. Well, this is what we have our catalogs for. Yeah, who was that guy for the? He's for the Rams. He plays for the Rams now, or
He plays for Detroit now, but he was the Rams' starting quarterback last year.
get out of here. Check that. That's the AFC. The Rams. We'll find that. I'll have our production team find that. Back to the Jets. As for the Jets, we just had our 5th losing season. Congratulate us. But we are moving in the right direction. I think we're moving past the Sam Darnold experiment. And Zach Attack, aka Zach Wilson. Hopefully, our Jets fans we're going to be patient with him this time. This time going around with the young quarterback and watch him go through the growing pains. But it's going to be rough to watch them. I'm not going to get my Sunday ticket ready for them. I'm just going to be real with you. We go to the AFC North, and we got the Baltimore Ravens. I got them coming out. This will be like their 4th consecutive season that pretty much that the Ravens go to the playoffs. Lamar Jackson's ready to take their next step. And they still got J.K. Dobbins on the ground, and then receivers. Was that? Yeah, but he said he might be out. He said he's not going to be out for long though. He said he'll be. I think he'll be back for the beginning of the season. They still got my favorite fantasy receivers: Marquise Brown, Sammy Watkins, and my man Mark Andrews. And I think maybe if things fall the right way for Baltimore, I think they can get to that. They can get to that conference championship. Okay. Well, who do you think in that division? Like, because you got the Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Steelers. Like, who's coming out of that?
So my daughter goes to college in Pittsburgh.
So you roll for Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh is always to come out of that division.
It figures. It
That's
figures.
back, man.
I hear you. But what about Cleveland?
Because like Tom, I just think Pittsburgh's a good team. He's always. I like Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on the Cleveland train like everybody else is on this year.
Nor am I.
But I like them.
They're
I had
cool.
to fall back a little bit because last year I was really on. I said they can really make noise. ODB got hurt, so then they started making stuff happen. So, but you gotta. I call him ODB, didn't I?
ODB? I mean, we know who you're talking about.
OBJ. I'm sorry.
OBD? OBJ.
Yeah. So we'll
OBJ.
see this year. I'm just
Right.
I'm not hype as everybody else is on it.
I am, but you know what? Speaking of Cleveland, I am on the Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt train though. I'm definitely on that because I definitely tune into those two to see who's going to get the most yards out of those games, and both of them can go for like 200 plus yards on, and I'm talking both of them. They can go for 200 plus yards on any given game or something like that. So I'm definitely looking what they're going to do. As for the Bengals, it's going to be pretty much back to the draft. Joe Burrow has actually put together a pretty good season. They just have to have that O-line recalibrated so they can protect them. And they still, they're not really going to win on offense, but I think they're going to probably do it on defense. That's where most of those games are going to come from because he still got like the best cornerback combo.
They play the Eagles every game.
Okay, or they play something, or they play Pittsburgh or something like that. For some reason, I don't know what it is with Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Like it doesn't matter what your record is. They just play. As you said, for the Steelers, this is going to be probably their final season, probably for Big Ben. But it's crazy because last year I so wrote them off, but they won like 12 games. Maybe if I rent the Jets off, maybe they might win 12 games. Who knows? So Juju is back. Big Ben is back. So they're pretty much. Yeah, Najee Harris is on there. So it's like anytime you got Big Ben, taking the snaps, you always have a chance to make that run and try to win that conference title. So I like that so far. I'm loving that. I'm definitely loving that. So now we're gonna get to the AFC South, which is the sleeper division for the AFC. Of course, you got the Houston Texans, the Colts, Jacksonville, Tennessee. We already went about Tennessee. We're going to get a little bit about Indianapolis. Indy. Could this be the comeback season for Wentz?
I think so. I think it will. I think he'll be good. Because he's a better team than he had last year. He's a better offensive line. Mm-hmm. Even though the best offensive lineman in the league got hurt, but I think he's coming back too.
Right. Okay.
They got a nice little running game.
Mm-hmm.
T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Still alive and kicking.
And they got a good defense to back him up. I think
they actually do, man. Because what's the dude's name? DeForest Buckner. Yeah, he's a dude. He's tough. He's tough. Shout out to all my Indy Colts fans out there.
I think this is going to be a good comeback season for him. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to do the Super Bowl.
They might. I think they might. They might do a little something once they get to the playoffs, though. But you know what it is? You just have to get there.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Once you get there, then you can just really start competing and stuff like that. But yeah, because as far as I know, I've been checking. I've been checking my phone and everything like that. Sounds like Carson Wentz will be starting. Go ahead. Carson Wentz will be starting for game. For the first week, week 1. Not about to say not game 1. It's not the NBA playoffs, but week 1. So yeah. And this is right after his injury to his foot too. So,
One thing I will say is that he's not a soft player.
Well, a lot of Eagles fans says he is soft.
He played half the season with a broken back. Try that, Eagles fans.
Ooh.
Try that.
All right. And now we're going to get to our last team in the AFC South and get into the Houston Texans. I got 3 words: rebuild, rebuild, rebuild.
That whole team's a mess.
That whole team is a big mess. I think they've been a mess ever since they skipped on Reggie Bush in the draft. And I think they're just paying for it. It's the curse of the Billy Goat. That's what it is. It's the curse of the Billy Goat. But I think they're trying to make the moves now to move on without Deshaun Watson because of his off-field alleged activities. We're not even going to get into that. But they brought in Tyrod Taylor. And they still got Brandon Cooks, and Nico Collins at the wide receiver slots. David Johnson's still a beast. He's a triple threat. He can catch the pass. He can on the slant, and he's a good blocking. Also, he can block for you too. But listen, man, it's going to be a long season in Houston. That's another team. If I had like Sunday ticket, I'm not gonna watch them. Yeah, sorry. And, of course, we went through Tennessee. Last team, Jacksonville. How do you feel about them? Should we skip them?
Yeah, they ain't going to do nothing.
Wow.
Trevor Lawrence got some time before.
Well, he's a franchise now.
I know. He got some time before. Even Peyton Manning lost his first couple years. So, Peyton Manning wasn't the Peyton Manning that we all know the first couple years. So,
right.
We'll see.
Right. Okay, Jacksonville, we're praying for you, buddy. We're definitely praying for you. And I'm get to my last division, which is the AFC West, and that consists of Denver, Kansas City, Los Angeles Chargers. I got it right this time. And the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. So we're gonna start with the Broncos. You know what I mean? I think they cleaned house in management too, because John Elway's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Nope, they cleaned house with that. They said, nope, you're gone. Not necessarily you're gone, but it's like, you were great, John, but time marches on. But shout out to John Elway, because without John Elway, they won what, 3 Super Bowls, I think? About 3 Super Bowls, a whole bunch of division titles. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they went 2 with John Elway, 1 with Peyton.
One with Peyton. That's 3. This one's for John. They have a young team though. They have a young good team too. And if Teddy Bridgewater can get that stuff going, Melvin Gordon's still going to be taking most of the handoffs, and Javonte Williams is going to be backing them up. They're going to be all right. I see they might be like the only threat to the AFC West to upset the Chiefs and knock them out if they like match up in the playoffs or something like that. But they probably won't.
I picked the Chargers before do that before Denver.
Really?
Yeah.
What's up?
Nice.
True. Yeah, I mean, Justin Herbert is a beast. Yeah, wasn't he like offensive player of the year or something like that?
Yeah.
Get him.
And keep in mind,
Talk to me.
when he started his first game, he wasn't even supposed to start. He didn't even know he was starting until 5 minutes before kickoff. So, and he did what he did.
Did he win? Probably.
I think they won the game.
I think they did. Yeah.
So, he was torching him.
Yeah. I mean, I see that they can probably pull off some upsets in the division. Get some lucky pennies. Get some lucky pennies and then, throw them in the fountain, get some upsets. How you feeling about the Chiefs this year?
They're a Super Bowl to me.
Yeah, because they were looking impossible. They were looking impossible to stop last year. Yo, they were like a.
Yeah, if they
They're like a.
line, they won the Super Bowl last
Yeah,
year.
I mean, because like in the regular season, Kansas City was looking like a defensive coordinator's nightmare out there. Like, I mean, because if you you really can't stop Patrick Mahomes. Tyreek Hill was
They had like the fastest players on the earth.
Yeah.
On the team.
Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. And Travis Kelce was just looking. He was looking for contact. Let's see who else. And then also, you got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, on the ground. When they were doing the ground and pound on you. But a lot of, I say that a lot of all signs point to, Kansas City maybe doing a repeat, unless, like I said, at least Denver, or you said the Chargers, they pull that upset. And then now we have, last but certainly not least, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. And I thought they were actually going to go to the playoffs last year, to be honest with you, because the way they came out,
They beat the Chiefs last year.
Yep.
Yeah, they went to the playoffs.
I thought,
And they
they're
almost beat them
going.
the second time.
Yeah. I was like, they're going. Derek Carr he's still a top 10 QB to me. He's still top 10 to me. But it's all about my guy. And I had him in my fantasy last year. The tight end, Darren Waller. I didn't use him enough though. Yo. I think he might be taking Travis Kelce's Travis Kelce's place as one of the top tight ends like in the game and stuff like that, because he's about his business. And also Josh Jacobs is also primed for another 1,000-yard season as well. So Derek Carr, he definitely has some weapons, and I think they're primed to.
What's the man that used to play for the Eagles? He played for the
Aguilar.
Eagles. Yeah, he made Nelson Aguilar.
Look like Pro Bowl. He may look like a Pro Bowl, and he got his money this year.
I know.
You need to be thanking Derek Carr. You need to be thanking that man for that.
Is that Nelson?
Nelson Aguilar? But why is it?
Looking like a young Jerry Rice.
Yeah. I'm like, but why is it that former Eagle players always play good on other
I
teams?
don't know. Especially when they go to New England.
Or the Jets. Shout out to Keith Byers.
I forgot he played for the Jets.
Shout out to Keith Byers. So that's pretty much my wrap up for the AFC. A little bit later, after Mike goes to the NFC, I'm going to just run down like the best divisions and why they're going to finish. So, without further ado, I'm gonna hand it off to you, Big Mike.
Basically, I'm just gonna go through each division and go through who I think is gonna finish first or last. Maybe add a couple notes here and there.
Solid.
All right, for the NFC East, I got Dallas, unfortunately. Dallas, the Washington football team, the New York Giants, and sorry, Eagles fans, I got you guys picking up the rear again this year. For the Giants, Saquon is back. In my opinion, I think Daniel Jones needs to have a breakout year this year. The offensive line is still sucky.
Make him dance.
For the Eagles, you guys got a new head coach, and on paper, you feel like you got like a young, fast receiving core. So you guys should do some things with that, especially if you let Jalen Hurts start. NFC Central, I got Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota Vikings, and Detroit. My question for the Bears is when will Justin Field, or if he will see the field. I think he should be starting day one, but some people think that he should sit and learn and watch. But from what I saw in the preseason, he was doing some things that made him deserve to start. But I think he'll start sooner than later. For the South, I got the Bucks, the Saints, Carolina, and Atlanta, closely pulling up the rear. And the NFC West, I got Seattle, the Rams, San Francisco, and Arizona. I like Arizona.
I hear you. I got a quick question for you. Who out of that whole NFC, who do you think can actually make it to the Super Bowl?
Green Bay and Tampa Bay.
So it's going to be the battle of the Bays?
I think the Rams got a strong shot. San Francisco, if everybody stays healthy, because remember, everybody was hurt last year. So if everybody comes back, I think San Francisco might have a strong shot.
Yeah, because they still have the same defense, though.
Yeah,
same defense is the same.
I like Seattle. I like Russell Wilson. He doesn't get the credit he deserves.
He really doesn't. Now let's go back to your division, your NFC East. I mean, NFC East. Excuse me. For some reason, I got you guys. I got your Giants and I got your Eagles. I mean the Eagles. Excuse me. For some reason I have them doing more than where they're being placed. Even though there's only 4 teams in that division, but for some reason, I see you guys hopping over Washington and Dallas for some odd reason, because everybody's riding high on Dak Prescott's shoulder and stuff like that. If his shoulder's not good, then they're not going to go, because I don't think they don't have a plan B after Dak Prescott. There is no plan B. And
I put Washington with my team because I like their defense.
Defense is good. The defense is top.
If the defense can keep them in the games, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick can do a little something to keep it in the way.
Well, as long as he's not throwing 7 interceptions in one game, then like he's cool, because he did that for us. And I was very disappointed.
Because he does great things against the Eagles, so I can see them sweeping the Eagles.
Really? Okay.
Maybe splitting with the Giants and maybe splitting with the Cowboys. So
I don't know, man. I see you guys. I mean, no respect to you. Well, I keep saying your Eagles. No respect to the Eagles, but I see you guys. I see you guys making a wild card this year. Now, I'm not just saying that because you're my co-host, but I see you guys making some steps, especially if Barkley can be healthy, and Daniel Jones makes him dance out there.
If they use him right.
Right. Don't run him to the ground. Yeah. You know.
Or even like if he's hot, don't go away from him. Because I've seen that happen.
Oh yeah. I've seen a couple games with Saquon. He'll get like, couple first downs, like just one and out first downs. And they go away from him. I guess they're kind of trying to shake everything up. But yeah, if your man is hot, keep giving it to him. I'm sorry. It's just like in basketball. It's like if you're, if Mike just hit 2, maybe 3 jump shots in a row, guess where the ball's going? It's going back to Mike. I'm not going to deviate and give it to someone else because they feel that they're not getting any touches or something like that. Ride that wagon till the wheels fall off, and then you go to someone else. So, but yeah, I definitely agree with you in regards to, maybe Super Bowl hopefuls, probably battle of the Bays. I definitely have the Eagles and your Giants as like dark horse wild cards and stuff like that, because they can, out of that division, you can do anything in that division. That's no disrespect to the NFC East. It's just like you just have to just play the numbers. Like, you have to get to a certain number and just roll with it. Because I think that magic number to get to the playoffs, the NFC East would probably be 8. It's going to be 8. You get 8 wins and you win your division, you're good. You're definitely good. You're definitely good.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So I mean, so I guess we could just go over the best con. Well, I just go over the best divisions. And here's my rundown for the best divisions. I think to me, in first place, we got the NFC West. I mean, because last year, go ahead. What you saying, Mike?
I was agreeing with you.
Okay. Yeah, because last year every team literally actually contended for a playoff spot. I mean, well, I see most of these teams in that NFC West, which is Seattle, LA, San Fran, and Arizona. I see them all of them getting at least 9 to 11 wins out of there. And every team is going to finish over 500. So that's going to be like the best of the best. The best of the best, the NFC West. Then we got the AFC North, you know, and it's going to be like blaspheming, but it's to be honest with you, the AFC North still has to go through Pittsburgh. It still has to go through them. They own the AFC North. But like I said, you know, Baker Mayfield, he has weapons now, you know, and Lamar Jackson for Baltimore, they're ready to take that next step for the big show. Next, we have the AFC East. 5 words for you: Josh Allen and the Bills. They're going to go right back to the AFC Championship. Pats might be in the playoffs this year. Dolphins can build off their 10-win season, as you know. Then as for the Jets, they're the Jets. And just pray for us. Then we got the NFC South, number 4.
That may surprise people.
Well, with what? We're going to get how many wins? 6? We're going to get 6 instead of 5 wins? I think that's going to be a successful season for us if we get 6 wins. But I'm a Jets fan, so I can be hard on them like that. You know. Number 4, I got the AFC South. Like you said, the Bucks. They can do a possible repeat, and they're gonna, you know, and the NFC South is not bad, but they're still going to steamroll through the Falcons. They're still going to steamroll through the Falcons and the Panthers. I'm sorry, guys.
Quarterback, man, that's something to prove.
James?
Yeah. No, the Panthers quarterback, man, has something to prove this year.
Oh, Sam I am. Is he?
So.
All right, we'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna bet my Sunday ticket on it though. Definitely not. And next after that, we got the AFC West, and a lot of people were like, "Why you have the AFC West at number 5?" Well, because top to bottom, they're good, but I mean, it's just pretty much the Chiefs. Everybody's high on the Chiefs. You know, the Chiefs still have the dopest juggernauts in the league. You know, Denver Broncos still have the best roster. You know, still need like a capable QB, but Teddy Bridgewater is going to fill that in. Chargers. Go ahead, talk to me.
If Andy Reid did the same thing he did with the Eagles, the Eagles could be talking about the Eagles right now is the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, they found these fast receivers. That's all they really needed. They had no receivers.
Right. Fast receivers that can catch. Yeah. Because I've seen Eagles teams where they have like fast receivers, but they can't catch.
Yeah.
They should have been cornerbacks or something like that. They made it work, cornerbacks. After that, we got the NFC North, you know, and the reason why I put them here is because, well, first of all, Green Bay was smart to get Aaron Rodgers back, number 1, because if they got rid of Aaron Rodgers, it would have been over. They'd have closed Lambeau Field down. They'd have closed that all the way down. Minnesota's coming back from injuries, but to be honest with you, it's all about Green Bay, and they're probably going to get like 13 to 14 wins this season anyway. So yeah, so I can count on that. AFC South is number 7. The reason why, to me, shout out to my Indy fans out there. Indiana is pretty much going to be the top dog in the division. They have like the best lines on both offense and defense. Tennessee is awesome on offense, but their defense is going to suffer. I only see like one team in this division going to the playoffs. It's probably going to be Indy, maybe Tennessee, but everyone else will be fighting for the top pick for next year's draft. So, and then last but certainly not least is the NFC East. Anytime, no disrespect to your division, but anytime like the Washington football team, formerly of the Redskins, anytime your division wins only 7 games and win the division, that says a lot about your division. So, I mean, just go for it.
First time it's happened.
I know.
Seattle did it.
Didn't it? Yeah. They went 7-9, right? They went 7-9 and went to the and they got a win. Oh man. Um, and then also like the Cowboys are just as talented as anybody, and but for everyone else in the division, I think the Giants and the Eagles might fight for worst in the league. I kind of wrote this like 2 weeks ago, so I didn't get a chance to correct it. But they might fight for worst in the league, but they might fight for best in the league too.
Giants aren't that bad. Like, the thing that I was proud of them last year, they lost a lot of games they should have won, but they didn't give up. They fought hard, stayed in the game. Well, a lot, like you think about it, like they should have beat the Rams last year. If it wasn't for Daniel Jones' turnover,
Right.
they would have won.
Which could happen to anybody.
Yeah, there's a couple games like they were right in it, but a turnover killed them. So,
Well, most of those games that y'all lost were close though.
Yeah, I think Arizona was another one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they keep cleaning those kind of games up. You got a playoff berth, maybe even division title.
There it is. There it is. And there's my breakdown. There's my breakdown of the AFC and different divisions and everything like that. So listen, if you have any questions, you feel that your team was disrespected in any old type of way, shape, or form, you can hit us up on Instagram at @the_18 podcast or on Twitter at the18 podcast. So and listen. And also we're on YouTube as well. So just in case, like I said, if you feel that your team wasn't, your team wasn't represented correctly in our little breakdown and stuff like that, I think most of us are pretty going to be right. But hey, just send us a message. Let us know. Like, hey, listen, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are good enough to win the division. Sure, you're right. I mean, hey, listen, I want a bridge to go to Africa, but it's not going to happen. But yeah. So that's pretty much our breakdown, and we still got some time left. We definitely got a little bonus. This is going to be our OT bonus segment, and this has been a lot of talk. It's been a lot of talk about Ben Simmons and his destination, and now Ben Simmons has actually made it. He's made it known that he doesn't want to play in a Sixers uniform anymore.
Big baby.
Exactly, that's Big Baby Simmons, but that would be disrespecting Big Baby. So. So I don't know, man. I mean, where do you think Ben Simmons? I remember we had this podcast before, and we were talking about places where Ben Simmons is going to go. But a lot of people are like, no, I don't think Ben Simmons is going to go anywhere. He's going to stay. He wants to go, and he doesn't even care if he's going to get fined, by not showing up to like practice and other like activities and stuff like that.
I think he'll get traded. But the Sixers are not going to get what they deserve for him. It's going to be a crappy deal. And they'll probably be right back to the bottom of the NBA Eastern Conference again.
Yep. What's that?
Not the bottom.
The Atlantic. Well, they'll be competitive, though, because they still have...
Because they still got Jojo. So.
Right, and they still have Tobias. But they're trying to get rid of Tobias, too. Like, what did Tobias do for them besides, like, score 22 points a game? I don't know. I don't know where the Tobias hate... Yeah, I don't know where the Tobias hate is coming from. But I think where that comes from is a lot of people say that Tobias doesn't show up in the playoffs. Yeah. He's like, well, he doesn't show up in the playoffs. He don't hit no big shot. Neither does Ben Simmons. So you going to trade both of them away? Because I'd rather keep Tobias. That's just me. But but as for General Ben, I mean, is there a team out there that would take him?
Somebody take him, big. It's gonna be a crappy deal.
But what team do you think is going to take him, though? Just throw a team out there. I'm just throwing any team.
Sacramento.
That's what I said, too. You were reading my mind. Get out my head, Mike.
He wants to be in California, so Sacramento.
But you're definitely not coming to the Clippers, because we don't want you. You see this right here? You see this? We don't want you.
You'd be a starting point guard next year.
For who?
Eric Bledsoe. Somebody like that.
Nah, we don't want you. I mean, because look, you know what? As bad as we get on Ben Simmons and stuff like that, he does have some good qualities. Like, he plays defense, he's fast, he's young, he's very athletic.
Listen, he's going to go somewhere. And everybody's going to be pissed off because he's going to go somewhere and start shooting threes and jump shots all over the place and be a dominant player in the league. He's going to be like what Penny was before he got hurt. Watch. I'm going to bet money. Watch.
Orlando Penny?
Yes.
Like Orlando Penny before he got hurt, Penny?
Yes.
Like... Are we talking like 97 Penny when he had those back-to-back 40-point games, Penny?
I'm going to bet money.
We could bet money on that one.
If he gets traded, he's going to come out balling.
Wow.
And everybody's gonna be pissed off. Like, why didn't you do that in Philly? You could have had a championship.
That's saying a lot because you said Penny. You said before the injuries,
I
Penny.
can see it. I can see it.
Because if for all you guys out here, because like we're in a different age bracket and stuff like that, but if you were able to actually see Penny before the injuries, like early '90s, like to like '97, I'm gonna say, like when right when the phone passes came out, yeah,
I'm trying to tell you.
Penny was that guy.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, even Magic Johnson said, "You want to see the next? You want to see the next Magic Johnson? You're looking at him, Penny Hardaway." Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. To be honest with you, I think that's the person Ben should be watching.
Yeah.
You know, like while he's home chilling in California or Australia, or wherever he's at somewhere, because he's definitely not in Philadelphia. They probably would have somebody would have found that out. Somebody would have found him and like, yo, Ben Simmons lives here. They probably would burn that place down. Seriously, I just know how Philly fans are. But yeah, he should be watching Penny. Watch old Penny. Watch some old Penny clips and watch how he runs the offense and stuff like that. And Penny didn't even shoot a lot. He shot just to keep the defense honest, and that's all Ben really has to do is just shoot to keep the defense honest. That's all.
Shoot when he's open.
That too. That too.
When he has an open dunk, layup.
Yeah.
Shoot it. Not pass it.
Yeah, because I think and a lot of people are saying like he's going to go to Sacramento, but I think he might go to the Blazers or something like that. But you're not going to get who you think you're going to get. You're not going to get Dame. You'll get CJ.
I don't think they even get CJ.
The Sixers, y'all want CJ?
Might get Ernest Cantor or something.
Ooh.
Al Horford might come back there.
Eat his cancer.
Still play for Portland, right?
Shoot, might as well just throw in Sebastian Telfair. Man, so I mean that's pretty much my take on Ben, man. Like Ben, you're getting paid a little too much to play, and you're out here crying and stuff like that. Like, look, Ben. Like, really, what I wanted Ben to do this year, if he didn't play in the Olympics, I really wanted Ben to come down to like the Danny Rumpf tournament or something like that, and play in that for a couple games. Just play that for a couple days, and get that Philly essence. But I don't think he's built for that.
I got punched in the face.
He probably would have. I mean, somebody would have probably pushed him, or if he'd have brought, somebody.
He dunked the ball. You
Yeah, exactly. Could have gone to the chip, dummy. Or they don't let him bring one of those Kardashians down there. Like they gonna get at him. They gonna get at her right in front of him.
Soda on him. Soda and popcorn.
Listen, we don't condone that type of behavior with the crowds, but that's how Philly can get sometimes. Sometimes we can get out of pocket. But yeah, so that's pretty much in a nutshell, man. Our quick NFL preview because the NFL season kicks off tomorrow, and I can't wait. Any shout outs, Mike, before we get out of here?
Shout out to my producer who's off today.
Producer.
I don't know where she went, but
I think she went upstairs somewhere. She said something to you. She said, "Yo, you better have my pizza ready. I swear to God, you just put your head down like, yeah, all right." Definitely shout out to everybody who listens to the podcast. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So you ready to go live with this next podcast?
I am ready to go live. Yes, I am.
We're live. That way you guys can interact with us.
Please do.
Ask questions, make comments live, real time.
That's right. And, once you make your comments, you will get acknowledged. We will definitely shout you out. And speaking of shout outs, definitely want to shout out to my family. Shout out to my little brother, baby bro, Dr. Kyle Osborne, Black Psychologist Podcast.
One day.
Yeah, he's definitely going to jump here, especially about the Colts and Dallas Mavericks and stuff like that. He's definitely going to jump on there. Shout out to Dad. Shout out to the OG Tracy Johnson. Shout out to K Slay, Miss G, Aunt Edie, Uncle Buddy, everybody. Anybody that I miss, I love you anyway. And that's pretty much it, man. Anything else?
That's it. Shout out to my family.
There you go. Shout out to the Piercy family for their wonderful hospitality.
Everybody be careful tonight. It's going to be a storm. Be careful.
This is going to be tonight?
Yeah.
Man, maybe I should call out of work today. Whoa, let me end it at that. But yeah, just shout out to you guys. Thanks for listening. We love you. Thank you for your support and everything. And get ready to watch. Get your fantasy football picks in and everything, and get ready to watch the season kick off, man. This is the 18 podcast. This is Casey, the only Clipper fan and Jets fan, Osborne, and we got my co-host, my mellow, my man, Mike, the Giants fan, Piercy.
Get your popcorn ready for the next podcast.
Please do.
We might have something good for y'all.
Solid.
Try to have something good for y'all every time.
And there it is. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.